Let's try that again. The Orange and Blue look for their first win in a back-to-back situation this season in Big D. We get you set for the Oilers and the Stars on the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the pregame show right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Tom Gazzola, Shawn Belle with you in studio alongside Benny Thompson. You can text us 780-218-9999. Get to the nasty chat if you're watching on YouTube. Hit that like button. We appreciate it very, very much. I see you laughing, Belsey, before you go on as to why. GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years. Go on.
Oh, I just had a good chuckle. That's all.
Okay.
No real reason.
Well, I mean, we're all
other than
here.
the fact of traffic.
You get to
I
miss some
don't
of
want
it.
to leave because traffic is so bad.
It is bad. And I appreciate you sticking around. And then
I got you, buddy.
I know. That's why you're the best. That's why you're the best. I also enjoy the post from Hello Hockey, because this is like a Hello Hockey Tuesday reunion, essentially.
Yeah,
hello.
Yeah, it feels kind of
Hello.
nice. Yeah.
Hi, Benny.
Hi.
And you told a Kevin Constantine story on Saturday, and Benny just put that clip up and kind of chuckled.
The funny part is we could share so many more Kevin Constantine stories because that guy was a different cat.
Well, you and Cass have plenty of stories.
I
about
don't
him.
think there's a whole lot of guys that really enjoy that human.
Holy smokes.
Oh, I was looking into him like as I was doing the clips. He got suspended for something.
I guess you broke
Basically-
that story.
Belsey broke that one
Wow!
last year, yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So
What goes around comes around.
He said some very inappropriate things.
Yeah. Can't really say those things. I mean,
Yeah,
it is
see.
2025, and at that time it was 2024.
Well, I mean, shouldn't say those things regardless.
Regardless.
Of the year. What was said was
Yeah.
completely wrong. And, he's no longer the coach of Wenatchee.
Yeah, it's our boy Don Knockbar.
Don Knockbauer, he's great. I like Don Knockbauer. All right.
Great dude.
We do have Leah Simakopoulos, who will be joining us from the Dallas Morning News at 5:20. She's fantastic. Will give us the scoop on the Stars, Belsey, and some big news for Dallas. Like yesterday on Monday Night Football, you had Gary Bettman with Jerry Jones, and they announced the Stadium Series game in 2027 at AT&T Stadium, which is cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like 100,000 people in that stadium. And then my Cowboys whooped.
Your Cowboys?
Or pardon me, my Cardinals whooped. the
Oh,
Cowboys.
man. Are you flip-flopping already?
Well, I did put money on the Cowboys to win, so I was conflicted last night. Benny
Oh,
can
boy.
he can attest to that.
yeah,
So I don't know. I was happy and mad at the same time last night watching that game. And then the Oilers,
also just laid a stinker.
they gave us a gift and totally blew it.
It's like the gift that keeps on giving.
For those that might not have seen your segment, which was excellent on the Reed Wilkins show, how would you break down that last goal, the game winner from Puce Suter?
I would have called it the Olay defense,
I love that.
but Reed, I believe he calls it the campfire D.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody
stands
just
around and
standing
watches.
watching. Yeah. It's like the fire's out. Let's just hang out.
Gotta finish my beer.
Yeah.
Just
I'll get to it,
yeah.
but it's just after I finish my beer or
Yeah.
my s'mores
Yeah.
or my hot dog. And.
It's funny because on our social media, we posted a clip because Hernan and I on Oil Stream in the afternoon rated the Oilers defensemen of it individually.
Uh-oh.
And yes, Evan Bouchard was given a D by yours truly. Hernan initially gave him a C minus and then changed it to a D. And then I looked at the responses that came in today after that game, and it's like F, poop emoji, F, $7 million defenseman, not 10.5. Like,
boy.
and I laugh at those. Like, I like to see some of the comments. Some of them are a-hole comments, but and some of them are directed at us and on Hello Hockey, and I cry a little. I'm just kidding. I don't really care what people say. So there was that. Anyway. Do you want to get to game changers? Sure. Let's welcome in Benny. Benny, what do you think about this game? You had time to digest last night's game.
Okay.
That says a lot, Benny.
Thank you.
Says a lot.
Thank you.
Well earned.
Those mean something. Like, let's get going. I've been saying this for like 2 weeks now. I feel like I'm just repeating the same thing. Let's get going, please.
Right?
Can this be a turnaround game?
Unlikely.
Can we stop having this whole like, oh, they look good for a game and then they're bad for 2, and then just sneak out a win here? Can I see like 4+ goals tonight? Is that too much to ask for? Can I see 4+ goals tonight? We've seen
I think
2 or
that's
3.
reasonable.
We've seen 2 or 3 for however many games now. Can I see 4? Hit that new echelon. You know, we have like we're watching Roslovic play well. Podkolzin playing well. I mean, McDavid's got 5 points in his past 2 games, so I guess you can say he's played well, but there's still stuff that he doesn't look 100% on. I just want to see this team gel again, and they're playing a good team in Dallas. They're missing some key pieces tonight.
They are.
Let's see them take care of business tonight. Can we?
You would think that wouldn't be a lot to ask.
Unfortunately, that is a lot.
You would hope, but
Dare to dream, Ben.
yeah.
Dare to dream. That brings us to Game Changers with our game analyst, Shawn Belle, brought to you by Damon Bunting Real Estate. Damon Bunting, consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Please check him out, DamonBunting.com, or visit his Instagram at Damon Bunting Real Estate. Damon Bunting now with The Agency.
Ooh,
I know.
that's spicy.
I know. You know what else is spicy? Point number 1, and fittingly point number 1, because you always power play is number 1. Stay hot, power play.
That power play is in fuego.
Oui.
They added Roslovic to that unit, a guy with a little bit of scoring touch in front of the net. Not to take away from Tomasek, but he doesn't have the same scoring touch that Roslovic has, which adds another element to the power play. And so now you're defending from so many different angles. You know, is it the Bouchard shot, from the point? Is it McDavid, winding and skating around the zone and setting up Draisaitl from his patented spot? Is it Nugent Hopkins? Like, it's a dangerous power play.
Yeah.
And inserting Roslovic, who's another guy that has a scoring touch, makes it so much more dangerous. Hence why they're, I believe, 33% right now, or 31%.
33. Yeah, it went up yesterday because it went 1 for 1.
1 for 1. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think they're hovering right around that 33% mark. And that's a big deal because that power play right now, 35?
0.1.
Ooh, baby, that's
That's
hot.
toasty.
That's damn
Yeah.
good.
So you have that power play. If it can get you 1 or 2 goals, that can be the difference in the game. And so based on the way that they're playing on the power play, that can be a difference maker today.
That elusive 4th goal, as Benny pointed out.
Let's get those 5-on-5 numbers up, though. Eh? Let's get those up. I was talking about this with
That's a pipe dream, Ben.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. How dare I? I was talking about it with Jay today in the boardroom, and he was asking so Roslovic was a good move, right? And I think the difference between Roslovic and Tomasek has the size, but you just you watched Roslovic's goal yesterday, and it looks easy. It looked like a tap in, right? Mm-hmm. But that puck, we don't know if that puck fully sat on the ice yet. Like Connor sauced it over 2 sticks to get to Roslovic there. Yeah. That very well could have been in midair. You need to have some good mitts to be able to one-time that straight back into the back of the net. Roslovic has that skill. I question if Tomasek has it. So when they had Tomasek net front, they were going with the size there, and they were hoping obviously the skill would kind of be there, but it didn't really seem like it was. You add Roslovic, who's a little bit smaller, but has the skill to bury that pass, and results in the goal yesterday. Now, Hyman's the perfect hybrid, perfect in between, which is why he fits so well there. Yeah. And we'll see if they get him back Saturday. But I think it was a very nice move to add Roslovic there, and now it's adding another solid scoring option to an already red-hot power play.
Listen,
go ahead.
It's still relatively early in the season, and for a short bit there, I was wrong about Tomasek.
For a short bit.
And I'm reluctantly going to say I was kind of right. And I'm not even happy about it.
It's funny. I had that journal that I do. I keep notes of every game.
Yeah.
And now that book that I have, the first page for the rest of the time as I own that book and I look back on games, the final, I think, 8 lines of it is just in big letters, Tomasek, because he had such a crazy, weird first game where like I did not think this guy was going to be playing this role on this team this early. And that's just, I just know in a year from now, I'm going to look back and I'm like, that's funny. Like he's probably playing the AHL at that point or something.
Oh boy.
Well, Tomasek he's a good player. He thinks well. He thinks the game well, like at a fairly high level. Hence why they put him there.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, if you're not producing in that particular spot, you're going to get replaced. In a guy that like Roslovic that scored 22 goals last year, well, he's got the scoring touch. He's had a history of scoring goals. And so he's a perfect complement to some of those guys because now you look at that group of 5, you'd probably categorize McDavid as a playmaker. You'd probably categorizing Nuge as a playmaker. Draisaitl in that particular power play isn't so much of a playmaker other than a shooter. And Bouchard is a bit of a playmaker. Every now and then he decides he's going to dabble into the shooting role. But Roslovic, he's a guy that scores.
Yeah.
Pure and simple.
Yeah.
And so he's a shooter and he has the ability and the smarts and the hockey IQ to get himself open in the right way so that those goals look easy. And so I think that adding him to that power play has made it look so much better.
That's point number 1. Stay hot power play of Game Changers.
Stay in fuego.
On fuego. Let's move on to point number 2. Yep. Get some urgency.
Well.
How dude.
What was the line, Benny, that Ekholm used?
It was something about their will. Let me look at it.
Take the will of the opposing team away from them.
It's like
impose
your will.
That's exactly what it is.
Impose your will.
They haven't done that.
Yeah.
They need to figure out a way to start getting some urgency so that they can close teams out. They've had leads in games. They've come back in games, but it's always either too late or not enough. If you have that urgency in your game and you're not playing well, right from the drop of the puck, having urgency, imposing your will, snuffing teams out gets you more points. If you had a little bit more urgency in this most recent game against St. Louis, you probably walk away with a win. So right now, their lack of intensity, their lack of urgency is hurting them, and it's costing them points. And yeah, we can sit here and say, hey, guys, like it doesn't matter. They're waiting and they're trying to rest for the end of the season. Well, these points do matter.
You got to get to the right end of the season.
Yeah, you got to get to the end of the season. But at the end of the day, like if you get 4, 5, 6 points now, that could be the difference of you either clinching a division or not clinching a division. Yeah. That could be the difference of you being out of the playoffs versus being in the playoffs. So finding their game, imposing their will, getting urgency, whatever you want to call it, they need to figure that out. Or we're going to consistently have this roller coaster Oilers team where one day they're really good and then the other day they look like Le Poo-Poo.
Le Poo-Poo. Here goes the board. Yeah.
It is Game Changers with our game analyst, Shawn Belle. This segment, definitely not Le Poo-Poo. Point number 1, stay hot power play. Point number 2, and I think everybody is screaming at them, get some urgency. My goodness. And then point number 3, Bellsy, the big boys need to play.
I don't care what anybody says. Teams need to be led by their best players. And based off of yesterday's game where Leon, Connor, and Nuge have 0 shots combined, you are not leading your hockey team. Find a way to lead the hockey team. Get them into the right frame of mind. If you have to do it yourself for all I care. But you cannot have that level of talent and walk out of the game with 0 shots.
Yeah, that one.
You cannot have an impact in the game. And whether that's from a scoring standpoint or a detail standpoint, it doesn't matter. Those are the best players in your team. They have to lead the way because everybody else will follow. The big boys need to play.
Benny, you want to jump on that at all?
Yeah. Connor was, shotless yesterday, but also posted 2 assists. And I wanted that the Rossigan one's nice, but he's still lacking. Like, there's still those moments where you're just like, that's not typical Connor. Like, a lot of passes are getting picked off from him and just he's losing it and overthinking things, right?
Yeah.
And when a lot of us and a lot of media have been saying he needs to simplify his game. So does his whole team does, right? Simplify their game. What does that usually mean? Is shoot the puck. Like when you have the opportunity to shoot the puck, shoot the damn puck. There's a lot of times where this team is way too cute. They have it in the slot and they want to make the perfect pass for the easy tap in. The goalie's on the other side of the net. Like this team, when they're playing well and when they're simple, they're a high octane offense. They have goal scorers. There's guys on that team that can score goals. They just need to show it. And when your top guys like Nuge, McDavid, and Draisaitl all don't even put a puck on net yesterday, you're probably not going to win that game. So, I mean, that's what we saw yesterday. I would expect that to turn around quite a bit tonight. I'd hope they put up a better effort and they see that stat line. Go, okay, we need to put up some more shots tonight. But who am I? Who knows?
You are a producer / co-host of the best Oilers pre- and post-game show in the city.
Damn right.
Yes.
That's who you are.
Yes.
Thank you very much, mister.
Damn right.
Just
Say
really
it
quickly.
louder for the guys in the back.
The guys in the back. In regard to the big boys need to play, what would you say to them if someone would counter you with, hey, well, McDavid's like, well, the top scorer in the league, 19 points. Nugent Hopkins has 15. Draisaitl has 16. Those are numbers. But you're saying
numbers aren't everything all the time.
They don't tell the full story.
They don't
in your
always tell the full story. Because if you're one of the top players in the game, you are trying to affect the game as much as you possibly can. And sure, you have points, but did you win? No, you didn't.
Well, they've lost most of them.
So then you didn't affect the game in the best way that you possibly can. That, I don't know, was it a couple games ago, Draisaitl and Bouchard both decided not to go to JT Miller and they allowed him to walk into and score. Did Draisaitl have a point that game? Probably did. So if you look at that and you say, hey, he's got points, he's playing well, then you, sir, or ma'am, are out to lunch because they also allowed or lacked the defensive wherewithal to prevent a goal that was a game-winning goal. So you're actually not affecting the game. That's what I would say. That is my counterpoint.
Well, and that's good. I knew you'd have a concise, well-thought-out answer because people could look at the numbers and go, hey, what do you mean? Like, these guys are putting up points. They're top scorers again. What do you mean they're not leading? But that was the answer that I think people would chew on and go, oh, okay, and now I get it. I get it. I got this text coming in via the inbox, 780-218-9999. I want to send it to you before you take off. Sure. We have Leah coming up, Simakopoulos from the Dallas Morning News shortly here. Says, not that I believe this or not, but it's worth asking. Is it possible we are seeing some residual effect from the McDavid contract drama, or is it more a mix of a new roster and back-to-back seasons of deep playoff runs? Bellsy, what would you say?
I would say it's more of a symptom of the new roster more than ever, more than anything, sorry. I was saying on the Reed Wilkins, Jay and Reed show, if you look at their roster, they've had a lot of turnover. You've got a lot of guys that are relatively new to the NHL, and they're still trying to find footing. And so there's a lot of that going on. Tomaszek, you've got Phillip, you've got Savoy, you've got Howard. Those are guys that are still trying to figure out what are they going to be.
Yeah.
And one of the reference points that I had when it came to like Howard, well, he's been a skill guy his entire life. But you come to the Oilers, well, you're not more skilled than Nuge. You're not more skilled than McDavid or Draisaitl. You can argue maybe even Hyman or Roslovic. So you have to find a way to now contribute in that roster, in the lineup. And as a skill guy, you get a little bit more rope. You're allowed to cheat a little bit more because you're counted on to score. But you come to the Oilers, well, guess what? That rope isn't there anymore because now you need to fill a third-line role, a fourth-line role, which is exactly where he's been playing. And so now, okay, well, I used to be able to cheat. Now I can't cheat. And you have to figure that out. And there's a massive learning curve to that. And while you're in that learning curve, you're still trying to catch up to the NHL.
Which is tough.
So he's got a couple things going on. So from his standpoint, like, he's just let him be and let him try to figure out what's going on. But you have a lot of that in the Oilers lineup. And so right now, it does look like there's a bunch of guys that are just out there trying to figure it out. which is exactly what's happening.
He played 7 minutes last night, took a penalty in the neutral zone, I believe, another stick and fracture.
It was a lazy penalty.
Did you ever get sat for the rest of the game in your NHL career?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
We'll tell some stories later.
That's it for Game Changers with Bellsy. He'll be back on the post-game show. You're heading home now?
Yeah.
All right, brother. Drive safe. We're going to get to Leah Simakopoulos from the Dallas Morning News. Game Changers, as always, brought to you by Damon Bunting Real Estate. Of course, you could text us 780-218-9999. Get to the nasty chat as well if you're watching on YouTube. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson with you. Bellsy stepping out right here on the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show live in studio for the rare occasion. We are on location November 12th back at Boston Pizza, Clairview. They have that huge 170-inch screen in the lounge where we're set up. It was awesome. Prizing, Oilers tickets up for grabs. Great giveaways. And then I know at Westgate we gave away the what jersey did we give away? Jordan Love from the Packers. That's right. It was also Sunday Night Football that night. So join us on location November 12th. And then November 18th and 22nd at all BP locations that are participating, and that's most of Edmonton and a lot of northern Alberta, even some southern Alberta locations. They will be providing proceeds from pizza sales to the Ben Stelter Foundation. So get on that between the 18th and 22nd. All right, Bellsy, have a good one, brother. Without further ado, let's bring her in back to the show, Leah Simakopoulos from the Dallas Morning News. Leah, what's up? How are you doing?
I'm great. Good to see you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Good to see you, too. How much SMU are you doing, and how much Stars are you doing right now?
It's been a lot of both. I don't know how much you all keep up with Dallas Stars news, but it's been an insane week here, off the ice, on the ice, all of it. So that, and then SMU goes and beats number 10 Miami. So I've certainly been busy the last couple of days.
Take that, the U. Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely. That was cheesy. Bye, Bellsy. He literally crawled under the camera for those that are listening on iHeartRadio and TuneIn and all that. Very well done. He's still got his reflexes. Okay, so that's huge. And then there's drama as well. I'm glad you brought this up. There's drama between the Mavs and the Stars. Can you get us up to speed on this? Because to me, American Airlines Center is beautiful. It's so well maintained. It seems like it's in a great location in downtown that they built up. They got the plaza. What the hell's going on, Leah?
Yeah, it's a long story, so I'll try to give you the very short version. But essentially, the Mavs and Stars are suing one another right now. The Mavs were sold a couple years ago to a family that operates casinos in Vegas. They come in and they essentially found that the Stars were in breach of a contract that the Stars had with the city of Dallas. The Stars were supposed to have their headquarters in the city of Dallas. They actually have them in a suburb in Frisco. And now the Mavs are essentially saying the Stars are in violation of that contract and trying to sue them to take over American Airlines Center and make them their tenant.
Jeez.
Mavs want to leave, go build their own arena that's basketball only, and they want the Stars to stay and pretty much pay them to stay at American Airlines Center. Now the Stars are talking about leaving Dallas altogether and building a new arena in the suburbs. And as you mentioned, it's a beautiful arena. It's aged very well of 25 years later. So it's pretty crazy, and they're going to trial in January, so we're going to find out what happens.
Have fun in court. That sounds wonderful. Yeah. Okay. On the ice, the Stars team, not bad. Good start. Glenn Gulletson at the helm. We know him very well from his time here. He was very well liked and respected by Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid, among many others. Always had great experiences with Gully. How has he changed this Stars team from what you've seen so far?
Yeah, so far it's been good. It's really hard to judge because the Stars have been super injured to start the season. So they're missing Rope Hintz, Matt Duchene, Jamie Benn. Tonight, Jake Onger's not playing. He's not injured. He just had a baby. They've been every night. They've at least missed 3 or 4 guys. So I don't think we've gotten to really see all of it. But the Stars, they've looked okay. They've looked, given all those injuries, pretty good. I think that they're playing with a little more freedom than they played with under Pete DeBoer. They've been really focusing on the defensive side of their game, which has been a struggle in Dallas for quite a few years. they haven't been scoring as much as they would like, but when you're losing a Hintz and a Duchesne, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Sam Steele's been on their top line for a lot of the season, which is he's a fourth line guy.
He was fourth line all those series we saw them.
Exactly. So it's just been a little wonky of a start, but the energy's good. The room likes him so far, and we'll see what happens the rest of the year. But it's been a good start.
Leah Asimakopoulos joining us now from the Dallas Morning News. Okay, how about the young guys? Like, I know Wyatt Johnston, maybe a bit of a step back. Stankoven, when he was in Dallas, he wasn't having that great of a season before that big trade. Maverick Bourque is up there. Like, how are the next wave of stars kind of doing right now?
Yeah, Wyatt Johnston had a really good first couple games, and he and Jason Robertson and Maverick Bourque have been playing together, and that's honestly been their best line over the past couple of games. Bourque is definitely stepping into a bigger role, and Gully kind of said at the start of the season that Nils Lundqvist and Maverick Bourque were the two players that he needed to kind of fill the roles of Mikhail Granlund, who left in free agency, Cody Ceci, who ate a lot of minutes in the playoffs. So he needed them to step up. Lundqvist is on IR, another one of the injured players for them. But Bourque and Johnston have looked pretty solid. They've got a lot of younger guys playing right now. Justin Ritskovian's a rookie. He played his first game, or scored his first goal last game. So they're having to rely on some guys from the AHL who maybe don't have as much experience. But so far it's been all right. They're on a 6-game point streak, so I think that's all you can really ask for with the lineup they've had.
Hey, Ritskovian, that's an easy last name to spell. Good luck to you every time you're doing a game story.
Whatsoever.
Yeah. All right, Leah. Now we started with some bad news and some tumultuous times between two teams in Dallas, the Stars and the Mavericks. Let's go to some good news, because the Stars and the Cowboys and the NHL playing nice with one another. We saw it on Monday Night Football yesterday. Jerry Jones and Gary Bettman together, and they're very fond of one another, and they announced the Stadium Series game. Tell us more. What's going on?
Yeah, so the Stadium Series is coming to Dallas next season, so February 2027. Opponent is still TBD. A lot of people are speculating on who that might be. Gary Bettman said that it'll be a game that people want to tune into, so a lot of Stars fans are assuming it might be Colorado. Maybe it'll be a little bit of Dallas, Philly. We've got Cowboys, Eagles. Maybe it'll be Edmonton. Who knows?
Oh.
But we've got the rivalry there now because of the playoffs. But so that's in February. They're playing at AT&T Stadium, which is the home of the Cowboys, and had the Winter Classic here back in 2020, and it was a huge success. I think it was the third most attended outdoor game ever. And I mean, for Dallas, which is not a traditional hockey market, it's becoming a hockey town now. I think that was a big deal, and they're hoping to push 90 or 100,000. So we'll see if they can do it.
Jerry World is beautiful. Had the opportunity to go and see a game there. I loved it. I know it's like a spaceship in the middle of a parking lot, but a really nice spaceship in the middle of a parking lot. Exactly. Leo, really quickly, just a thought on tonight's game. The Oilers have not won in a back-to-back situation this year. This is their third back-to-back scenario so far this season. They blew one in St. Louis last night. What do you think is going to happen tonight? Yeah,
Gully talked about that specifically yesterday, saying that it's a good advantage for the Stars. Not that they're at full strength or healthy or anything, but they said they plan to come out hard and aggressive to start and catch the Oilers on their heels. And it seems like that's what's happened the last couple times they've had back-to-back. So I think the Stars have the advantage in that, but obviously, the goaltending is a bit of a question. The difference between Jake Ottinger and Casey DeSmith was not much of a difference last year, but it has been to start the season. So we'll see how he does. He only had 3 starts so far this year, but Dallas is shorthanded, and they might be going 11-7 again tonight. We'll see. Radek Fax is a game time decision. So,
okay, these two teams get together in Edmonton 3 weeks from now. Are you coming up for the trip?
I wish. I'll be there maybe in the playoffs, though. Okay. We'll see.
It'll be much warmer. It's starting to get cold, although no snow, which is lovely. Knock on wood. Thank you very much. Let's pre-book you for that game. Can you join us?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah,
absolutely.
Sorry, I put you in a corner there. My bad.
No problem. Always happy to.
Thank you, Leah. Always appreciate the time. Enjoy the game. Be well, okay?
Yeah, you too.
All right, there's Leah Asimakopoulos from the Dallas Morning News. She's awesome. We love having her on. Good information. And busy with college football right now. The drama between the Stars and the Mavericks. And then good times between the Stars and the Cowboys. That's nice. And then tonight, the Stars tangle with the oil. Benny Thompson, let's get to our game day odds check brought to you by Play Alberta. Of course, Play Alberta presenting sponsors of Edmonton Sports Stock. Play in Alberta because it stays in Alberta safe and secure. The revenue generated from Play Alberta is redirected into Alberta's General Revenue Fund, which is used to support programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. You can use the refreshed promo codes. I think EST50 has not been refreshed. I was talking to Jay right before we went on air. He was working on that. He was going to talk to the Play Alberta crew, but EST Sports is working and EST Casino is working. That's a $50 deposit for a $50 casino bonus. And if you do EST Sports, it's another $50 deposit for a $50 free bet. And then we'll keep you updated on the status of EST50. Boom.
Boom.
All right, let's get into that game day odds check. Your money line for tonight. The Oilers, not the favorites. Feels like the first time all year.
Yeah, that's got to be.
Dallas, minus 118. Oil, Dogs, plus 101. And then the over-under set at 6.5. The under is the favorite at minus 139. The over set at plus 105. If you want to sprinkle, of course, we have our EST specials that the boys laid out. There was a bunch of them. Yesterday, I hit the grandest parlay. Shout out to the Nasties on that one. Thank you very much. It was like Roslovic 2 shots, Luke Evangelista 2 shots, Crosby and Bedard a point each, and it hit.
Nice.
Yeah.
I threw around some money today too.
I did again today too.
There was the lock shot parlay of Mammoth, Ducks, and Avalanche
That was
to
like
win tonight.
6:30. I sprinkled on that.
I threw some money on that. I think I threw money on early bird bet of the day and Jay's play of the day.
I stayed away from early bird. What was Jay's today?
It was I believe a Nuge.
Oh, shots. It was like Nugent Hopkins, Draisaitl, McDavid, all 2+
Yes.
shots, and then an Oilers win.
I believe so.
I don't have it. I don't have it up here on my.
I can find it.
I can also bring it up, and then I hit. Is it the screw it? Let's do it.
That's Hernan's.
Yeah.
Jay's play of the day is Nuge, Draisaitl, McDavid, all to record 1+ point.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And the over of 6+ goals.
Okay, that's right. And then the afternoon, let's do it. Hurdle, 1+ point. Rantanen, 2+ points. Boldy, 1 goal. Boosted to 1,100.
Yeah.
I think I jumped on it.
Yeah, I threw $3 on it. Matt Wanek was ripping Hernan quite a bit for his Boldy goal.
He goes to Boldy all the time.
Well, and Hernan is just ice cold right now.
Is he?
No.
Yeah,
and so Matt's going like, then why are you taking guys that have been cold? He goes, no, because they're due. Oh,
Nansa, get off of that.
No, Nansa, you take the guys that are hot right now. You don't. He goes, no, they're due.
How about those guys? We talked about it last night. They went with Kyrou over Robert Thomas, and Thomas got the point.
Yep.
Kyrou didn't.
Yep. That is. Hernan was also arguing that Kyrou should got an assist on the last goal because it hit off him to Suter, which I don't know if it really did, but it was pretty funny. Yeah, Hernan's he's on the opposite side of what everyone thinks of, you ride the hot hand. Nope.
Yeah.
This guy's due. It's been on him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I did. Okay, I'm looking at my account here. I did jump on the Lockshot partner parlay. That's Utah, Anaheim, and Colorado to win. That one had pretty good odds, plus 625. And then the Grand Est parlay, which hit yesterday. I'm going to ride with that crew again today. That's Caulfield, 2+ shots. Minnesota Wild to win in regulation. Dylan Guenther, 3+ shots, and a Cale Makar assist. That one was boosted to 430. And I put $5 on that one. And then, I did jump on the EST afternoons. Let's do it. I put $5 on it. It pays out 60 because it was plus 1,100.
Nice.
Hernan, ice cold.
Yep.
The guys were bragging. They bought Donaires because they hit their crazy parlay. So let's see what happens. And if you are betting, use your game sense, of course. Highly encourage you to use your game sense. You don't want to be getting into trouble financially as well. So there you go. There is your game day odds check brought to you by Play Alberta. 10 games on the schedule tonight, much busier than the 4 last night. We do have Chris Knobloch.
Yes, we do.
Okay, we're going to get to Chris Knobloch. We'll get to lines. Those are coming up as well. Oilers hitting the ice in Dallas to take on the Stars. We'll give you the lines because we should be getting those right away here. So here's the head coach. He spoke about 55 minutes ago.
Will we be seeing Stuart Skinner tonight?
Yes, he's our starting goalie.
Alec Regula activated off of IR. Will we be able to see him in the lineup?
Yes, he's playing tonight, and you're replacing Emerson.
And any other lineup changes to know?
Lazar's out. Tomasek is playing.
What is it that you need to see from your team after last night's game to be successful tonight?
I think throughout the season, and it's been early, but I think we've had to address a lot of things, and whether it's been lack of scoring, creating scoring chances, turnovers. The other night, I thought it was giving up chances off the line rush, and a lot of it started off our forecheck, the way we were forechecking, and then getting beat up ice and allowing them to get odd man situations. And we need to address that, so hopefully that gets better. And scoring off the rush is such a big part of the NHL, and if you can score off the rush, you're successful, and also if you're giving up a lot off the rush, you are not successful. And last night, and it kind of was a defensive, the game-winning goal was a defensive structure, but it was also them entering the zone, and we were out of sorts, and led to that goal against. So that's what I'm looking for from our team.
What's your approach when it is such a quick turnaround between focusing on what happened last night, but making sure that the guys are ready to go tonight and not mentally there?
It's a fine line, but I think right now we want to continue building on our game, and there's always aspects that we can be building right now, and it's a little bit different when you're playing game 72, 74, whatever it is. You're probably coaching less and letting the players just play the game. Right now it's so early, and we also see a lot of holes in our game, so we need to feel it's best that we're addressing those things. So we had a review this morning, and some just before game time, and then of course we touch on Dallas and kind of let the guys know what their identity is.
These two teams are definitely familiar with one another, so is that something that can be a positive in terms of just being excited about this one?
Very familiar, obviously, the last two playoff runs, but they have a lot of changes, so they have some injuries, but they've also got a new coach, so there's some different systems. So their identity has changed a little bit, but we're familiar with most of their players, so, hopefully we can feel comfortable with that and play our game.
You mentioned the new coach, of course, you're familiar with him. Are you looking forward to going up against Scully tonight?
Yeah, obviously I am. I have a lot of respect for him. I think he's a wonderful coach and a terrific person. I really valued my time with him. I didn't know him before, but I was very lucky to have him as my assistant for 2 years, and I wish him all the best, but not for tonight.
All right, there you go. There's Chris Knobloch speaking to the media about an hour ago, 4:40 our time. Down in Dallas, still looking for official lineup notes from Dallas, whether it's Jack, Bob, Paige, who's down there, or even Uncle Gene. But Gene doesn't really do lineups. If I do get them, I'll pass them along. But we could assume, going off of what Chris Knobloch did say in Paige's first couple of questions, McDavid with Nugent Hopkins and Mangiapane, Draisaitl with Podkolzin and Roslovic, Henrique with Savoy and Frederick, Philp with Howard and Tomaszek.
That's probably the
We know
best
Tomaszek's taken Lazar out of the lineup. Tomaszek inserted back in. Ekholm with Bouchard, Nurse with Wallman, Kulak with Regula. Regula back in for the first time since October 11th, I think it was.
The Vancouver game.
Yeah, it's been a little while, 3 weeks. No Stetcher, no Emberson, no Lazar for the Oilers. Do you think they'll mix it up, or do you think that's how they'll go, Benny?
No, to me, the more you change your lines, the more you're just going to blend up everything. Everything that's. I understand that you don't like their performance last game and all that. And even the Chicago game wasn't their best, but you don't mess up the Draisaitl line.
That line was good last night.
Yep.
Even though Draisaitl didn't get a shot.
So then, if you're going to do that, then you have Connor's line. Okay, who are you going to put with Connor that's left? Are you going to give him Savoy? You can give him Henrique or Frederick? Not Frederick. Tomaszek hasn't played well enough to be on that top line. The only guy in the bottom six I would consider putting with Connor is Henrique or Savoy. Mm-hmm. But then even then, you want some depth, and so to me, right now the way their lines are set, I think you roll with it until Hyman comes back, and then you reassess and you okay, where can this guy fit? So yeah, I don't see the point in mixing anything up right now.
Yeah, so the blender and the bingo balls have kind of ceased to a certain extent. Ask and you shall receive. Right when I threw it to you, Bob put it up that
Nice.
The lines that we surmised were going to happen to start the game are exactly how they're skating in warm-up right now.
Makes sense.
All right, let's get you to the Dallas Stars lineup. For the Stars tonight, Wyatt Johnson between Jason Robertson and Mikko Rantanen. Sam Steele between Tyler Seguin and Maverick Bourque. Radek Faksa with Adam Ernie, the former Oiler, and Nathan Bastian. Justin Ritzkovian. Don't be
There
fooled
you
by
go.
the spelling. Yep. With Oscar Bach and Colin Blackwell. On defense for the Stars, Esa Lindell with Miro Heiskanen. Thomas Harley with Ilya Labushkin. Leon Bichel with the good North Side boy, Alex Petrovic.
Yep.
Great guy. Kyle Capobianco, your scratch for the Stars. Let's get to your starting goalies, brought to you by me. We don't have a sponsor for it yet. A 27-year-old Stu Skinner going for the Oilers, 4-3-2 on the season, 252 goals against average, 900 save percentage, 1 shutout in 9 games this season. Skinner versus Dallas, lifetime 3-4 record. 342 goals against average, 874 save percentage in 7 appearances versus the Stars. Then at the other end of the rink, it's 34-year-old Casey DeSmith because Jake Ottinger's wife recently gave birth to a new child. Congratulations to him and baby and mama. And he will be backing up tonight. So DeSmith 1-1-1 with a 328 goals against average, 873 save percentage in 3 games this season. Lifetime versus the Oilers, DeSmith a 2-1 record, 260 GAA, 933 save percentage in those 5 games. He has faced the Oil. I think he came on in relief once or twice, maybe in Pittsburgh, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
And then he came in the playoffs. Remember the Ottinger pull?
If
Smith wasn't great. I mean, put him in cold like that, and
I
the Oilers
remember
were cooking.
feeling extremely strong about my opinion on that, and I think Hello Hockey was a couple days later, so it kind of I was simmered down. If I was working pre and post, I could have gone on for 10 minutes about how dumb of a decision that was for Peter DeBoer.
Yeah,
I thought that was the worst decision you could have possibly made. You embarrass your star goalie in front of everyone in a must-win situation where your goalie wasn't the problem.
right.
Like it was the team in front of him.
Yeah,
They played brutal to start off that game.
yeah.
And Ottinger, like maybe you could want to save on one of the but it was a breakaway and another chance where a guy doesn't get cleared out in front. Stupid. And the reason why he probably got fired.
That is probably the last nail in his coffin. Well, he doubled down on it too post game.
That was
That was.
Did you see
bye.
Did you see ESPN? I think it was ESPN made like a documentary, like a short documentary on it.
Yeah, it was on Otwell and
Yeah,
or Ottinger and how he handled it.
yeah. And they interviewed Hellebuck. I'm like, okay, I don't think it needed a documentary, but it was a bad decision. But yeah, I don't know. It was fun. It was
much.
yeah, for sure.
much.
They played it up.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the Advantage Sport Medicine and Physiotherapy Injury Report. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists. You've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach trusted by the best in the game at Advantage Sport Medicine. Book your assessment today, www.advantagesportmed.ca, or call 780-460-9977. For the Oilers, Zach Hyman, IR wrist. Kasperi Kapanen, IR knee. Matthias Janmark, IR upper body. And Alec Regula has been removed off the IR. He will play tonight in place of Ty Emberson. As for the Dallas Stars, Rupe Hintz, undisclosed injury. He's out. Matt Duchene, upper body. Nils Lundqvist, who Leah was talking about earlier, IR, lower body. That is your Advantage Sport Medicine and Physiotherapy Injury Report. All right, we've got some time to kill as we get you set for the Oilers and the Stars' first of 3 meetings this season. We've got a bunch of texts, so get those rolling in if you have any questions, 780-218-9999. You can also jump into the nasty chat on YouTube. Let's hear this. Text says, Tom, haven't watched close enough, but it looks to me like the minuses are against the big guys, not the young guys that are learning their way. Okay, well, let's take a look down the minus list right now for the Oil. You've got Evan
Soccer.
Bouchard, clubhouse leader, at -9. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins was -8 going into action yesterday. He is now -7. Matthias Ekholm also -7, although he is playing with a old ball and chain beside him. Let's just call it that for now. Matt Savoy -5. And then you've got David Tomaszek -4. Noah Philp -3. Darnell Nurse is -1. Trent Frederick -3. He has not been particularly good this season. Connor McDavid also -3. And then the guys in the pluses, Ike Howard's -1. Andre Mangiapane, by the way, I didn't mention this, -6. So I don't know if, Nugent Hopkins is -7 is alarming. The -6 from Mangiapane is alarming. Tomaszek, not good. Frederick -3, not good. Matt Savoy -5, not good, but that's a young guy. Noah Philp -3, new to the NHL, let's say. Your pluses, Ty Emberson +2, Jack Roslovic +4, Brett Kulak +2, Vasily Podkolzin +3, so that's good. Jake Wallman a +5. He's been good in his 8 games that he's returned to the lineup. And then looking to see if I missed any others. Draisaitl's +4. That's good. Although I'm not so sure about his Selke nomination.
Yeah, there's a couple times in the last game.
I know he wants it.
We'll see about
and
that.
I appreciate that. But, I mean, Belsey was on earlier, and I guess you could make a case for, and he described it, like the big guys, let's see a little bit more.
Let's see.
Volume of points is there, but
it's just
they don't timeliness is
the eye test, man. The eye test. They don't. There hasn't been a whole lot of moments. Draisaitl more as of late. I've gone, that's Draisaitl. But for McDavid specifically, I'm sitting there going that's a pick pass. The wrong decision there.
They had a lot of those last night.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm left wanting more right now. Just and the reason why I say this is because we hold them to such a high standard.
As we should. They're two of the best players in the league. Nugent Hopkins was a 100-point guy. Hyman, who hasn't played yet, 50-goal guy.
Yeah, McDavid's the best player in the world.
Yeah.
And I want to see what the best player in the world does on a game-by-game basis. And to me, he just hasn't hit that threshold so far this year.
Well, the guys on the morning show were kind of talking about it. It's like, are they pacing themselves? I could see that, and I can I believe it a little bit. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
But it ain't working.
To me, they don't
crank it up a bit.
For sure, they don't look at tonight's game and go, "Oh, here we go, boys! Like, come on, let's get fired." Like, this isn't a playoff game for them. This is November 4th, 2025 game, whatever, 13th, 15.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We got over close to 70 games left of this season. There's that way to look at it, but I think they also recognize that they're not playing well. Like you listen to the post game stuff and all that. Like they've all commented on they have a whole lot better. And so I think they could definitely be pacing themselves, but I think they also recognize that they're in a little bit of a funk. That they're trying to get out of it.
6-5-3.
Yeah,
not horrible.
Not horrible, just not good.
Not that
good.
inspiring.
No.
This text coming in via the inbox, 780-218-9999 out of the 306 Saskatchewan. Howard is not ready for the NHL. Needs time in the A. Good player, will benefit them at some point, but I would guess once Janmark and Hyman return, he will be on his way to Bakersfield. I don't disagree with that. And I think that's adequate. It's okay. Right? There's the learning the NHL, learning pro hockey. It's a bit of a steep curve.
Like the Oilers have a lot. People want to question their depth and stuff, and I get that. But they have depth, and they have a lot of forwards and a lot of defensemen right now, which is why I think you're hearing maybe a Troy Stecher trade, which is why you might be looking at like Howard getting sent down. It's because it's just easy moves to make because they have a bunch of guys that are trying to fit into those roles. Yeah. Right now, like you haven't had to worry about too much about that because of injuries, but when this team gets healthy, you're going to have to make some decisions. And Ike Howard, I'm sorry. I mean, he played, I think, 7 minutes.
7 minutes last night on the button.
Last night. I'm sorry. There's Knobloch has him where he has him. And there's not a whole lot he's going to be able to do to get out of it. So, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. He's young. I don't necessarily think the Oilers need him right now, too. It's like not like this team is lacking talent. They have the talent. It just hasn't, I don't think, shown yet. So getting sent down, playing 20 minutes is the best thing for him. And like I said, when they made that deal, the biggest advantage to him is his ELC contract.
Right.
And they should be focusing on not this year, not even next year, year 3 of his ELC. If he's scoring you 20 goals by year 3 of his ELC, that's a steal. And that's what helps teams win championships. That's what they need to be preparing him for, is year 3 of that ELC, in my opinion.
I'll say this. I like his willingness to try things out there.
Yeah.
And fire pucks and get into scoring
He's got
areas.
confidence, which is good.
I respect that. And if he gets sent down, I think he'll be just fine.
I think it's what's best for him.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I mean, they got to figure out what they want to do with Curtis Lazar. They've sat out Philp quite a bit. Now Tomaszek has been in and out of the lineup. So I think some answers will be forthcoming. Obviously, Janmark, his status, kind of just waiting to see how that upper body injury is coming along. Yeah, it's just my shoulder is sore all of a sudden. And then with Hyman coming back, hopefully by the weekend, but it could be a little bit longer still. They'll need to make a roster move as well. So yeah, that point about Howard going down to the AHL, I think that's fair. I'm with you on that one. Let's go to this one. Says, I can speak from firsthand experience. American Airlines Arena in Dallas, very nice. Was always jealous of how much nicer it is compared to Toyota Center in Houston. Yeah, Toyota Center in Houston, Belsey played there when he was with the Arrows, when they were in the AHL. Also shared by the Rockets. It was okay, but American Airlines Arena in Dallas is, or American Airlines Center, pardon me, beautiful. Just
I'd
like
imagine.
clean and nice, and there's like natural light coming in, and they built it to look like an airplane hangar because it's
Sweet.
American Airlines Center, right? Like so. Yeah, it's crazy how the money of the sports and billion-dollar industries can turn what is a fantastic facility and arena for 2 teams in major North American pro sports leagues. It could wind up being empty if the Mavericks want to move and the Stars want to move. And it came down to, like Leo was saying, like a breach of contract for the Stars having their practice facility out in Frisco.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That is.
That's wild.
You're in Dallas, though.
It's nice. I like that. It's a
Yeah.
fun city. You've been there, right?
No.
Oh,
You have to be there.
great town.
Yeah. It's a bucket list. Go there.
You'll get there. Yeah. You'll get there. Another text says, this Oilers team looks mentally worn out, especially Bouchard, and with his less than stellar D ability, that is a minefield. Fair point there. Very fair point there. Can't disagree with that. And then there was one other one that I wanted to get to. It was in regard to Ty Emberson. I think it's right here. It was somebody asking what Ty Emberson's trade value was. I want to get it. Did you see that text?
No. But I wonder about. We came on at 5.
Yeah, I'm looking at it here. Oh, question.
Yeah.
What is the potential trade value of Emberson right now at $1.3 million for a guy who's averaging 13 minutes? I don't think he'll get much more than a fifth, so I wouldn't trade him. Yeah, I think they like him. Like I think they want to keep him around. So, I don't know. I don't think there would be much trade value, and I don't think the intention is to trade him either.
Sir Valley was just saying that they might look at trading Emberson mainly just because the difference in salary cap.
Yeah.
For Stetcher, because Stetcher basically makes league min, and Emberson's at 1.1. So
if they get into a cap crunch, basically to me, it's just exploring their options. But I doubt that they would do that.
Yeah.
So that's just my thoughts on that. All right. Once again, your lines for tonight: McDavid with Nugent Hopkins and Mangiapane, Draisaitl between Podkolzin and Roslovic, Henrique centering Savoy and Frederick, Philp between Howard and Tomaszek, who returns to action in place of Curtis Lazar. On defense, Ekholm with Bouchard, Nurse with Wallman, Kulak with Regula, who's been activated off of IR. That means he will take Ty Emerson's spot. And then you got Stu Skinner between the pipes for the Oil. At the other end of the rink tonight for the Dallas Stars, you got Wyatt Johnston between Jason Robertson and Mikko Rantanen. Sam Steele between Tyler Seguin and Maverick Bourque. Radek Faksa with Adam Ernie and Nathan Bastian on his flanks. And then Justin Ritzkovian between Oscar Back and Colin Blackwell. Then on defense for the Stars, Esa Lindell with Miro Heiskanen, Thomas Harley with Ilya Labushkin, Leon Bichelle with Alex Petrovic. In goal for Dallas, Casey DeSmith, as Jake Ottinger and his wife welcome the birth of a new baby. So there you go. There's your lineups for tonight. A big thank you to Leah Simakopoulos from the Dallas Morning News. Great stuff from her, getting us up to speed on the Stadium Series game that's going to be at AT&T Stadium. And then you've also got the drama between the Stars and the Mavericks. And oh, by the way, Glenn Gulletson, 6-3-3 since taking over behind the bench for Pete DeBoer, leaving the Oilers after many years as an assistant coach. That's going to do it. Benny, good show. Thank you. For Ben Thomson and Shawn Belle, I'm Tom Gazzola saying thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We appreciate that so very much. Tune in to the GCL Diesel Oil Stream post-game show following the Oilers and the Stars. Ciao for now.